Welcome to Vincent Town News. I'm Vincent Tuberion and today I'm going to tell you about a boy named Finn Whitman. Kingdom Keepers is about a boy named Finn Whitman. Finn is a Disney Host Interactive, or DHI for short. DHIs are holograms inside the Disney parks who answer questions for tourists and other people. There are 5 DHIs. Finn, Philby, Terry, aka Maybeck, Willa, and Charlene. As you may know, in Disney, there is good and bad magic. After screening as a DHI for Disney's parks, something strange happens to Finn. He goes to sleep in his room and suddenly he is his DHI hologram in Disney's Magic Kingdom. He is half human half DHI in the park at night. He meets an old man named Wayne, an Imagineer who worked with Walt Disney himself. Wayne explains to Finn that the other 4 DHIs need to join him at night to save the parks from the Overtakers, a group of the Disney villains who plan to take over the parks and then the world afterward. Does he save the parks? You need to read the books to find out. Now we will interview Finn Whitman himself. First question, what is it like to be a DHI?
In a way it is good and bad at the same time. I don't always like getting noticed by everyone, but I did like to help save Magic Kingdom and go into secret areas in the park. It sucked to try and tell my mom, even though she didn't believe me anyway, that I was going to Magic Kingdom when I slept. It was also physically hurting me to go because I got shot by a laser, bitten by the dolls at It's a Small World, I almost drowned, and I almost got eaten by a skeleton T-Rex. Now I am all okay though.
Wow, that sounds really dangerous. Next question, what happened at the DHI screening?
After passing the final audition to be a DHI, we went to this enormous soundstage at Disney MGM Studios. It was about the size of a jet aircraft hangar, and it was rigged with hundreds of film lights, a green screen that filled one entire wall, trampolines, cameras, boom microphones, and dozens of scruffily dressed crew members. There was a college-aged girl wearing a headset with a microphone mouthpiece. She called herself a PA. It wasn't until 4 days after that I realized it stood for Production Assistant. I had to wear very tight green clothing and move in front of a green screen. That's when I met the other 4 DHIs.
That's very interesting. Third question, what gave you the determination to keep going to the parks at night?
I cared about everyone's safety and that the villains were stealing power from storms and electric companies. If we were going to strike, then was the time because they might have gotten too strong and then they would be unstoppable.
Wow. Thanks for saving everyone here, Finn. Fourth question, what happened when the pirates first saw you?
They were rolling the cars from one of the Toy Story rides, and they asked me to help them. I didn't help them and they still kept asking me. Then Blackbeard gave the signal for them to shoot me with the laser guns mounted to the car they were moving. They missed most of the time, but then one of them shot me in the upper arm. We had to try to get out of their sights and run away to find some place to hide.
Glad to see that the wound has healed. Fifth and final question, why were you bitten by the dolls?
They were apparently cursed and they dove into the water and started swimming. The creepiest part was that they were still singing, "It's a Small World," and chasing after us. They climbed into the boat and started biting us. They were tearing through our skin. As we were throwing some of them out of the boat, more of them came into the boat. As we were still fending them off, we figured out that the only way to defeat them was to smile. It was really hard to smile in a situation as scary as that was.
Kingdom Keepers is a pretty new series, made by Ridley Pearson, that now has 5 books. The first book was released in 2005 and the latest book was released in 2014. I read the first book and I am new to the series. I enjoyed the book and want to check out the second one. My mom and my older sister have read almost all of the series and they enjoy it. Being a Disney-loving person, I knew about most of the things talked about in the book. For those who have not seen the movies or the parks, I recommend that you do so before reading the book.